Hi Stampers, I'm Meg from Loven Stamps, and my favorite image from this Color Me Happy stamp set is definitely the little lanterns. So here is a project that we're going to make using the clear acetate boxes. I love these. They fit lots of things for perfect gift giving. You can put cards in these boxes that you've made, or all kinds of treats and so forth. I just got a Christmas ornament in one that's really kind of fun, and it has a really purple ribbon, pretty purple ribbon. That's the Berry Burst, and I heard that there's a stamper named Maddie who's really excited to see purple in upcoming projects. So anyway, Maddie, there's purple for you. So grab your stamps, grab your Stamps the Mail Club kit, and let me give you some tips on using these Stampin' Blend markers. Okay, so we'll grab our pieces for this project and set our directions aside. And this box, or this project includes an acetate card box, which are in the holiday catalog, and I love these things. So let me show you just a couple of the things that you can do with this. I have some other samples that were given to me by some other demonstrators. So this one was Mary Ellen Stites did this with a fun belly band, and this one had a really cute ornament on it that's on my Christmas tree already. But just a nice way to decorate the front. This one actually has cards in it, and let me pull them out so you can see. Mary McCormick from my team did this one, and she actually put the box through the Big Shot with the snowflake folder. Pretty cards, right? So that is a neat way to decorate them. And then my friend Margot Richardson, who's also a demonstrator, did this one where she actually cut the box into two pieces. So it's cut right here in the middle, see the seam line there, and then put some fun decorations on it. So the box opens this way instead of at the top. Isn't that kind of a fun idea? So neat idea there from Margot. So, and then finally, I actually have gotten a whole bunch of the acetate boxes because they fit the Stampin' Blends markers so nicely. Just a reminder, when you store your markers, you never want to store them upright like this. You want to always store them flat, and so these boxes are a fun way to keep them organized in pairs and be able to find what you're looking for and have them nice and flat. So it takes 4 boxes to get the whole set of all 12 colors plus the color lifter and the bronze and the ivory in. So a set of acetate boxes, 4 of them will do you. Okay, so let me show you our project. Again, with the box, we're just going to go ahead and fold the pieces up, but what we're really doing is making the belly band for it, and I am a big fan of the Foil Frenzy paper these days, so I have a strip of it here that gets wrapped around like this, okay, and then because we're stressing the paper just a little bit, I'm going to use the Fast Fuse to make sure that that is nice and tight there on the back. Okay, so there we go, and you can crease the front if you want to. And then we have our piece of the Berry Burst paper, but I'm going to show you a trick after we do our stamping here so that you can get the bow to sit right here on the front, because our panel is pretty wide, so if you just tied the bow around, the bow would be way out here on the side. So I have a trick for you there. All right, so let's grab our paper here. There's an extra piece here because you're going to stamp one of the lanterns from Color Me Happy here on this separate piece. Okay, and then the others will go on the paper. Now, here's a tip for you. This long line in the Color Me Happy stamp set is very, if you're using this big H block for it, it's a big block, and the stamp wants to twist a little bit when you stamp. So this is one where you're going to use just a light touch. Be gentle, okay, as you're stamping, so that you don't get a shadow. So I'm going to stamp once across the top, and just, you know, be one with your stamp. Feel the stamp. You'll be able to tell where the line is and whether you're smashed the stamp flat. Okay, and then I'm going to add just an extra little tail to it there. Okay, now we're going to add our what are these things? Lanterns. Now, here, let me show you a tip so you don't make the mistake that I made. The lantern has a one line at one end and a tassel at the other end, okay? The tassel is meant to hang down. So I'm gonna go ahead and ink this up and then line it up at the top, okay? And I'm gonna put one there and one there. And then I'm gonna use this round one. Again, make sure the tassel is at the bottom. And I'm going to swing one out here and then one over here. And oh, I'm gonna add one more of these. Again, make sure your line's at the top. Okay. All right, so now we have our pieces stamped. All right, and we are going to start coloring with our Stampin' Blends. All right, so Stampin' Blends, I am going to, well, let's see, we'll do down here for these two. I'm going to start with my lighter of the Stampin' Blends, so they come in pairs. There's a dark and a light. They both have brush tips and bullet tips, but when I color with these, I like to do a light coat first. So just once over the whole thing, everything I'm going to color, okay? And oh, I'll show you how the color lifter works here because I've made a little boo-boo there. Okay, all over. And then I am going to go back. Let's see, do we get a little bit? And take my darker of marker. I'm going to take my brush tip, and on the round lantern, I'm going to go kind of at the shoulders, okay, where there's going to be shadow. I'm going to go once around the bottom where there's going to be a shadow, and then I'm going to add a little shadow to the color here lines. If you watched my bird video, then you know the color here lines are what the artist says to, they're like the shadow lines, so that's where you're supposed to color. Okay, and then here I'm going to do my color here lines. I keep a light touch on this one because this is relatively small. All right, now you're thinking that looks really stripy, and on the sample, it doesn't look nearly so stripy. That's fine. That's what you're gonna go back and blend for. That's why it's called Stampin' Blends, not Stampin' 1-2s, 1, 2, and done. So I'm going to go over the areas that I have added the darker color, and I'm going to just saturate the paper a little bit to let the color flow. Okay, see how that's kind of coming along? And same here, I'm going to go over the areas, those transition lines, and let the color flow just a little bit more. And it flows, as you see on the back, the color's flowing because the paper is getting saturated. So it's getting that nice movement to it. Now, if you wanted to, you could go back. This is the color lifter, and it is the plain alcohol marker. And you could go back and add just a quick stripe down the middle of each of those lighter areas to lighten them, okay? And a little bit goes a long way with this baby. So let's see, I'll add just a little bit more in the middle here, okay? A light touch with this guy will net you what you want. So this is a fun addition, the color lifter, to add to your kit. It really will add benefit to your technique. Oh, and you can also use it to erase like little blooper lines. So I'm gonna kind of go back over that. See? You see where that is just kind of disappearing? It's like a bleach pen almost. It's not bleach, it's alcohol, but you kind of get the idea, okay? So it is a great tool to have on hand. And then that'll dry, so it won't show up. All right, so you're gonna go ahead and color all your lanterns, and you're going to color this lantern, and go ahead and cut it out, and then I'll show you how to assemble your pieces. All right, so once you're done coloring, we're gonna go ahead and layer, and I'm gonna put these two panels together here with a Bermuda, or this panel together with a Bermuda Bay. And then our extra lantern, we're going to add with a Stampin' Dimensional. And I'm gonna pop this up here so it's hanging on the top line. Okay, and then we want to add our Celebrate piece here. We'll add another Stampin' Dimensional for that, and this is just stamped on a piece of Pool Party and trimmed, and we'll do this all the way out to the edge here. Okay, and then we want to add this to the front of our project, but you can see, like I said before, if you have the bow on the top, then the bow has to stick way out here at the side, and we kind of want the bow to be on the front. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to use the use a punch. You're going to take your circle punch or another punch, and you're going to reach in and go ahead and punch where you want your bow to sit, okay? So I've got that set there. I've got my berry ribbon wrapped around, and I am going to string this through. See how that works? So that I have my ribbon tails out here, and then I'm gonna go ahead and tie my bow, and I'm not gonna worry about attaching it. I kind of like to leave the front free until after I've got my bow tied and got that set. And then now that I've got everything settled where I want it to go, I'm going to just pop a couple Stampin' Dimensionals here on the back. There's one, and actually, I suppose you could use two. It seems like that we're pretty good there with the one, okay? And so there is our belly band that you can use to decorate this box. So if you are a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, then the tissue from the Paper Pumpkin is a great match for this project. Otherwise, you could put white tissue in there, or cute wrapping paper, or the foil frenzy paper. You could wrap your little items, whatever you're gonna put inside your box, and place that inside here too. I have a card version of this project to show you. This one is from the Color Me Happy kit and has this extra little tassel here instead of the ribbon that we used, and the fun paper with the foiled envelopes. This one is from the project kit that you can get along with the Color Me Happy stamp set. And I know project kits in the catalog always sort of look meh, not that exciting. This one I absolutely adore. So it was this card and the little bird card, and where's the other pieces? There's a thank you card around here someplace, and a flower card. So these are all of the plus the one more. There you get 16 of these, 4 of each design, and they're a great way to also learn how to use the Stampin' Blends because they really feature everything nicely. So this you can add on to your Stamps in the Mail Club kit if you want to get the Best Value kit this month. And I look forward to sharing more projects with you soon. Let me know if you'd like to request your Stamps in the Mail Club kit. You can also get this kit through my online store, the Color Me Happy kit. And I have enjoyed teaching you a little bit about the Stampin' Blends. I hope you're going to enjoy them as much as I am. So happy stamping!